The global north is being wrapped with material abundance. This, in combination with huge propaganda efforts, is sufficient to make its people be largely complacent with the world-dominating capitalist system. But that doesn't mean that there are no good reasons for first world people to fight for communism. The most obvious reasons are the superior quality of life that a socialist system can offer, as well as the ecological catastrophe that capitalism is causing in its never-ending greed for profits. But socialism would also benefit women specifically by providing them with a greater degree of gender equality that capitalism is unable to achieve. We have already seen that traditional gender oppression has become significantly less obvious in the imperialist core, but it's important to note that it hasn't completely disappeared. But why exactly is that when at the same time bourgeois politicians act like the capitalist state was the manifestation of the ideas of the Enlightenment? Why are they not making any changes? The answer is because it's profitable. Some residues of patriarchal oppression have been successfully commercialized. And if that's the case, then who is the target group? The target group are primarily alienated men who in this late stage of capitalism feel like they have no control over their own lives. They have to kiss their bosses' asses, even though they hate them. Their financial situation depends on a multitude of factors that they can influence. They have to suck up to government bureaucrats if they want to get the most basic public services done. Of course, the same goes for women in capitalism. But for men like this, the stereotype of strong men and obedient women becomes very attractive, as it allows them to establish a hierarchy and to exert power over the people standing underneath them. Of course, it would be much more preferable that they vent their frustration at the capitalists. Here we can see that the old patriarchal oppression and its commercialization do also serve political purposes, for it is redirecting the rightful frustration of working class men against their own kind. Examples of this phenomenon include pornography, pop culture like modern rap music, or the more subtle sexism of pseudo-intellectuals such as Jordan Peterson. But that's not the only kind of gender oppression in the first world that capitalism is responsible for. Aside from perpetuating traditional oppression, it has also created new oppression for the sake of profits. From childhood to adulthood, women are bombarded with ridiculous standards of beauty. In order to achieve them, they have to spend huge amounts of money on makeup, expensive clothes, sports foods, etc. But because only few people are born looking like the bourgeois ideal of a supermodel, these ideals of beauty and the resulting social pressure cause serious mental illnesses like depression and anorexia. Love is also highly commercialized. Capitalism tells people that in order to find a romantic partner, they have to wear brand clothing, go to decadent parties and stuff their homes with certain designer furniture. Social media follows the same logic. If you want to be acknowledged as a valuable human being, you have to follow certain trends no matter the cost. But these trends have been artificially created by capitalism in the first place in order to make you spend more money. It is giving you the choice between uncritically following them and risking social isolation if you don't. In a world where the value of a human being is reduced to their possessions, it is no surprise that women are still treated like objects, even in the civilized West. It is the rule rather than the exception that women are being harassed, insulted, threatened or physically attacked in public spaces, including the internet. It is the result of gender equality within the limits of the profit motive. Women should demand much more for themselves, and no man is free until all women are free.